I hear that E-Rock has joined the King of Kong Club, a movie I'm obsessed with, and E-Rock finally saw it. It's King of Kong, Fistful of Quarters? Quarters. Yeah, trying to get the mouth working still. My God, here. And did you like King of Kong, the documentary on the arcade games from back in the day?
Like the documentary, hate everybody that's involved with that movie. Every one of them.
Even Steve Wiebe?
No, except for him. He's the only guy who you can actually like in this movie.
Yeah, because he doesn't really fit in with the rest of the geeks. And Steve Wiebe, he lost his job. He had a couple of years to kill, so he decided to go for the Donkey Kong world record.
Uh-huh.
And so he's like the normal one, and I use that term kind of loosely. He's the normal one in the bunch.
He was the non-douche.
Yeah, the non-douche. Did you like Billy Mitchell?
No.
Billy Mitchell could be.
Oh, Anthony saw a part of this too, right?
Douche. Yeah, I saw a lot of it.
What's wrong with Billy Mitchell, Ant?
He's just so. He's acting like the guy that cured a horrid disease, and how people should look at him like that. You played a video game and you did very well.
He set the record back in 1982, and the record stood for easily 25 years. I guess.
Yeah, it's because he had a good run on the game, I guess, and no one really cares about setting that record, so he's had it for all these years.
Yeah, everyone else discovered the Wii, PlayStation, Xbox, so they couldn't be bothered with playing Donkey Kong anymore.
And I love how one of these traditionalists was on there saying how today's games don't match those old games in hand-eye coordination and the skill and talent it takes. Missile Command? You ever play that boring-ass game? I mean, at the time, yeah, it was, that was the game. Mm-hmm. But you look back now, with the Atari 6 noises that they made, 6 sounds, it was horrible.
Yeah, the games from the past were... The problem with the games from the past is you could just memorize the patterns.
That's what it was. It was pattern memorization.
You can't memorize patterns for the most part in these games today.
Did you see the Miss Pac-Man little segment there? And the guy is running through a pattern and just missing the ghosts and everything. And he doesn't pull back on the stick when he sees ghosts coming at him at an intersection, because he knows he started it at the right time and all he's got to do is go forward and he'll just miss.
Right.
It's a pattern. It doesn't even, there's no skill in the gaming. There's skill in the fact that you have to memorize a long pattern, but so what?
So what is right? Billy Mitchell is a douche.
I gotta be honest.
You like Bill? Don't say you like Billy Mitchell. I'm not gonna say
I like Billy Mitchell, but I don't. I have a weird thing with him. Like, I hated him.
Do you have the same agent?
No, that's part of it. Billy Mitchell once spoke nicely to me at the cellar. No, it's like he was. I kind of feel for him, because it's like, I know it's stupid, but that's like the only thing that separates him from everybody else. Like, he felt really stupid, but that was his whole claim to immortality, was being the best at this one stupid, meaningless thing.
And it's the only reason I wanted somebody else to get the title.
Yeah.
Is so he is number 2, and it's over, Johnny.
Yeah,
because he set the record when he was a kid. They show pictures of him. He's a kid.
Yeah.
I don't think he could reset the record if someone beats him.
I don't think he was more than 17, 18 years old tops when he set the record.
Looked like a stoner.
Yeah, now he's just creepy looking.
Yeah.
He invented some kind of hot sauce. He lives in Hollywood, Florida. He's got a restaurant. And when he goes to these conventions with these old school gamers, he's like the big get. They all
gather around.
They all freak out when Billy Mitchell shows up.
Gather around to watch him play.
The great Billy Mitchell. And if you watch King of Kong, he refuses to he refuses to play Donkey Kong live in front of people,
because he probably sucks.
He refuses to be part of the competitions that they have every year.
Yeah.
So you want a little audio of Billy Mitchell?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sure.
I want a video in here, even though people can't see him. He just rules.
Yeah, well, there's definitely some clips up on YouTube if you don't want to go out of your way and watch the movie. But here we go. Billy Mitchell's interview.
I'm often asked by people, somebody wants to become a world champion. What do they do? And the very first bit of advice I give them is forget it. I say, you don't become a world champion. It's in your DNA.
not love that guy.
He's an ass.
Of course he is.
He played Donkey Kong.
It's Donkey Kong, you dunce.
He didn't win the decathlon or something in the Olympics. It's stupid Donkey Kong.
It's Donkey Kong, and the whole thing where he's like, you know what 3 letters I use? You know what 3 letters? And he wouldn't say it.
Right.
And then some, I guess a reporter or whoever it was, documentary guy was like, all right, and just goes with his initials. He goes, no. USA. Really? USA?
You know, because if you get the high score, you got to put your 3
Your
letters
3
in,
initials. Yeah.
3 initials.
Yes, Iraq?
But he gets upset because he wears patriotic ties. So that's what you're supposed to know what his 3 initials are.
He had his Statue of Liberty tie on at that point. And he flips it a little and goes, USA.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Know who's worse than Billy
profound.
Mitchell? Know who's worse than Billy Mitchell in this movie is Billy Mitchell's father. Ugh, his parents were awful, too.
Oh, yeah.
Just god-awful.
How would you feel if you were his poor parents and you realized you pumped out a zilch? Like, wow, that was the highlight? 82?
That was it. After that, nothing.
You thought he had politician written all over him.
You pumped out a Donkey Kong Grand Champion.
In 1999, it was a race, it was a quest for what they called the holy grail of video games. Whoever could do a perfect game on Pac-Man, that start to finish, never miss a dot, never miss an energizer, never miss a prize, never miss a blue man. 250
Miss sex with women.
and you would achieve a perfect game. And on July 3rd, after 6 hours of play, and not losing a single man, became the first person that ever did a perfect game on Pac-Man.
Oh, that's another record he has? See, these guys take pride in these weird records.
Yeah.
Not weird, I guess, but they're weird. They all get together and they're like, yeah, I'm the Cubert world champion.
I'm the guy, Centipede.
Centipede, that's me. I hold the world record for Centipede.
I think he did at one point also.
Oh, Centipede record too?
Yeah, I think he had the Centipede record, and the other guy that was the liar, he had the record for Donkey Kong.
Who's the liar?
The blonde-haired guy, when they were kids, he said that he was the Donkey Kong thing. So they played head-to-head, and he creamed him. What's his name? Douche.
Sanders.
Yeah.
Steve Sanders.
Steve Sanders was the blonde-haired guy. And
he's the one that
lied.
And he's the one that hates Billy Mitchell. He's upset.
No, he's like hooked up with him now. It's like he's almost like his agent or manager.
Who's the other guy that hates Billy Mitchell and he's been obsessed with Billy Mitchell since
Everyone?
1982?
Everyone hates him in the world.
The steroid dude.
Oh yeah, that guy.
That guy that started hanging out with Steve Wiebe because he knew Wiebe could possibly take out Billy Mitchell in Donkey Kong.
This is the dumbest thing to watch because they're so into it.
Dude, the movie got like 96% positive reviews though.
Because no one likes watching idiots more than we do.
Yeah.
It's great to watch these people and go, oh my God, this was the highlight of their life, and they're still living off of it.
Absolutely. Billy talks about being famous. This is
famous.
I love that. Can I say the one thing I love is that he goes, people say to me, what does it take to be a world champion? No one says that.
No one.
No one. Do you think there's one person that ever walked up and go, what does it take to be a world champion at Donkey Kong?
No, he's like Bob Kelly. He rehearses those conversations in a mirror alone.
Dude!
I say it takes, the heart of a lion. Shut up.
It takes a lot of quarters.
Yeah, it takes
quarters.
a mullet and no chicks.
It takes a lot. It takes a lot of quarters and women not being interested in you at all. Since
I noticed
14.
Noticed a real lack of women in that documentary. Maybe it was when I was nodding off a little bit because I did fall asleep during it.
You didn't see the old broad?
No,
the grandma that was attempting to set the Cubert world record.
Oh, that I see. I missed that part. Damn it! See, but there's more goodness for me to watch.
They've got her on her plane to play in this competition. What was it? Fun Zone or something like that, right? It's in New Hampshire, I believe. In the middle of nowhere is where these people hang out.
Yeah,
and try to set these records live in front of people.
Oh well, when Wiebe went to that place. And they had the signs up on the machine.
Steve Wiebe?
Yeah. And it was just like, oh, how pathetic is this? The little signs. It was like setting the Donkey Kong record, an attempt to set it. And I guess they're real proud that it was going to happen at that arcade.
Yeah, it was little index cards that said, like, Steve Wiebe versus Billy Mitchell.
Yeah.
It was
So
just
douchey.
so sad.
Douchey.
Here's Billy Mitchell talking about being famous from the King of Kong.
In the early 1980s, video games were all the rage. I mean, arcades were everywhere. Whenever we went somewhere, it was the equivalent of a rock band showing up.
No.
Imagine the publicity of the greatest obsession in the world at the time, video games. And supposedly the best players in the world were coming. They were coming to your town. It was something where there were groupies.
Groupies?
There were not groupies. It was not like a rock band. This guy's got such a distorted memory of what was going on at the time.
Groupies? Let's say hi to Sean in North Carolina. Sean.
Morning, boys.
Good morning, Sean.
How much you want to bet this douche Billy Mitchell has game over put on his headstone when he dies?
Yeah, he's already got his headstone made up. Game over. So profound.
Man. Someone on instant feedback. It's the Roadhouse of video games, this movie.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's like stupid Swayze being the bouncer that everybody's looking for.
Yeah.
I want him in studio. He's the greatest.
Oh, you got to get him.
He
rules.
Shuns the press.
Well, Roland, when this movie came out, we all ignored Roland, and we really should start listening to Roland more.
No, don't get carried away.
All these people were available. We could have got him on the show. We decided not to watch the movie when he handed out copies to all of us about 6 to 8 months ago. And Billy Mitchell refuses to do interviews because in his mind, he's still the world champion.
Well, I think that we back Billy Mitchell and should make that point. I think that he should know he has a national forum to come on and make that valid point.
All right,
This
let's
is a
get
big
Billy
stage,
Mitchell on.
Billy.
I get him on.
Now it's all about getting
I
Billy
would
Mitchell
love it.
on this radio show. And then finally, he talks about being famous a little more here.
It was incredible. It was everywhere I went. I'll walk somewhere. People say, "Hey, Pac-Man." I'll say, "That's Mr. Pac-Man to you." It brought me more media attention than I had imagined. I don't think there was a network that didn't call me.
How do you not love this guy? How do you hate him?
He is so full of himself. Years later,
Yeah.
no one cares.
No one cares.
Dude, he thought that was interesting. That's Mr. Pac-Man to you.
Hey,
Hey, hey.
That's Mr. Douche.
My favorite character, not character because these are real people.
Oh, are they?
In King of Kong, you had Billy Mitchell, right? All these dweeby geeks just looked up to. And when they had these competitions, like the public didn't come to the competitions.
No.
They were playing among themselves.
Yeah.
That was it. And maybe a couple people that stumbled into the arcade because
No one
they
cared.
maybe just wanted to play an old school pinball machine or something. But the disciple of Billy Mitchell,
Brian Cuh.
Brian Cuh, Billy's prodigy,
This guy would go to the arcades wherever Steve was playing.
Steve Wiebe.
And then he'd go to a payphone and like he was spying on him. And say, "Oh, he's up to this. He's still on one guy." And he'd check in every 15 minutes with Billy, giving him status reports of how he's doing.
Just obsessed and just loves Billy Mitchell. And when the Steve Wiebe guy was trying to get his record, he was just watching over him like a hawk, kind of starting like little conversations with him to maybe throw him off his game.
Wow.
Oh, that guy was just a creep. A total creep.
A bunch of asses in this movie.
Yeah, you got to watch the rest of the movie, Ant. You got to watch the end.
Jimmy loves them.
That's Mr. Pac-Man to you. And he told that like it was an interesting aside.
Yeah.
He's David Bent. He's Ricky Gervais from The Office.
Oh, wow.
He's an ass.
A complete ass.
You think he's got a little Ricky Gervais in him from The Office?
Yeah.
Complete horse's ass.
He might be turning me around a little bit.
Dude, he's not mean or hateful. He's just trying to hold on to this little stupid thing. I have a weird thing. He's a fool, but you got to feel for him.
Yeah.
That's Mr. Pac-Man to you with a red, white, and blue tie.
And he means it, too.
Of course he does.
He's not even joking.
No irony whatsoever.
None whatsoever, Jimmy. You're right.
Billy Mitchell's a god.
He rules. Phone number 87. You just turned me around in 20 minutes. 877-212-08. Just getting started here, but highly recommend this King of Kong. It's on demand for the most part on most on most cable systems. What do we got, Sam? Billy Mitchell reads his fortune from a fortune cookie. Oh my God! Yeah. Sam, just get me more and more Billy Mitchell freaking clips.
Stupid Billy Mitchell.
That's your assignment today. Have you seen the movie yet?
No, I've seen only clips.
Yeah, you really got to see this movie.
I will.
Here's Billy Mitchell, the world record holder of Donkey Kong, and they're interviewing him in this documentary, and he opens up a fortune cookie.
Does this have my name on the back or something?
What does it say?
It says, you have a yearning for perfection.
What happened? Does that have my name on it?
What did he say? Does it have my name on the back
It's
of it?
got to have my name on it because I have a yearning for perfection.
Hey, Sam!
He saved it, put it in his wallet.
Of course he did.
Carrying that fortune.
Yeah.
He shows people, you know, my fortune said today, my fortune cookie.
Yeah.
Read this. You read it.
Yeah. Get Billy Mitchell's parents talking about how great their son is. Now, all parents will talk very highly of their own kids.
You got to pick the good thing and then really
Obviously.
kind of just go off if you're a parent, I guess.
But these parents just take it as far as you can as far as bragging about your own son or daughter.
With his awful title.
Yeah. All right. We're going to take our first break. What about when they all had the gamers lunch at Billy's restaurant? Oh, yeah, Billy Mitchell has this restaurant. It's just a hole in the wall in Hollywood, Florida.
Yeah,
like a
crap
Hooters.
hole.
It's a what?
It's like a Hooters.
It's like a,
Why wouldn't it be?
it's like, yeah, it's like a Hooters without the hoots.
And he thinks he walks in there and it's like, hey,
Oh my God,
making
Billy
his,
Mitchell's here.
his big entrance.
And he sells his
That's him.
He sells his awful hot sauce that he invented.
They showed footage of him going through like supermarkets and Walmarts, pushing all the other hot sauces into the back of the shelves and bringing his to the front.
Yeah.
That's perfection.
But I think he's in maybe like 2 stores or something
Of
down there.
course.
Yeah, anyway, so they have this big gamers convention in Florida because now they're getting together to try to set the Guinness Book of World Records mark
Yeah.
for some of these games. You got to see the movie for more of an explanation, whatever. So then the gamers all decide they're going to have lunch at Billy Mitchell's restaurant. So they all get together and they push some tables, together, whatever. And then they freaked out when Steve Wiebe, the guy who's trying to take out his record, shows up out of nowhere because. And all of a sudden, these dweebs and geeks are like, oh, who invited him? We didn't invite him.
What's he doing here?
Billy, I swear, he just came on his own. No one invited him. I'm sorry, Billy.
They should all just perish.
And then Billy Mitchell, because this guy Steve Wiebe was there, hid in the back for the entire lunch.
He doesn't want to face this guy.
But they're all sitting there. The one guy sitting at the table on the cell phone while Billy's hiding in the back of the restaurant, just telling him what's going on for the whole lunch.
His disciple, right, or whatever.
It's not that important.
His protege.
This is not that important.
That's the brilliance of this movie.
Instead of just coming out and talking to the guy and making it a gentleman's thing, he just hid in the back.
Yeah.
He's a fool.
And there's there's an official website. Could you find that? It's something Galaxy or something, because we'll probably get some good info off that website as well.
Twin Galaxy.
Twin Galaxy has all the world records, so you can look up the game. Let's say
good.
Qbert once again. I just like saying Qbert today, and then they'll tell you the world record,
Centipede,
and who holds it. And there's one guy who works for Twin Galaxy. This poor guy. All he does is watch video games of people playing these games, and then decides if they're setting a true world record or not.
Really?
And how he explains all the boxes he has to go through in 1 week alone. It's hilarious.
He watches videos of these video cameras on the screens of arcade games just to make sure that the game is being played.
Yeah, legit.
It's the worst job.
It has to be horrible.
Guy that cleans cesspool with own toothbrush is a close second. It's the worst job ever.
Yeah. Let's go to Ted in New Hampshire. Ted, what's up?
Hey, the Billy Mitchell skit sounds like something from Will Ferrell or Ben Stiller's spoof on MTV. It's just absolutely ridiculous.
It definitely is like Will Ferrell or absolutely. Or what's the other one we said? Help me out. Yeah. Like a Christopher Guest type movie.
It does come off like a Christopher Guest
you're waiting for
parody.
You're waiting for the big
mockumentary, if you will.
Yeah, you're waiting for the big reveal in this whole movie. Like, okay, this is a goof, right?
Yeah.
They're going to finally admit that it's a goof, and it's never said. Thank you, sir. Ted in New Hampshire. All right.
Oh, Iraq's got a little something.
At the very end of the movie, they go through and explain what everybody's doing now since this movie was shot.
Yeah.
And it says how the old lady still goes around the world competing in Q*bert competitions.
She's dead.
Yeah. And then it follows up with her obituary.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought you had the info wrong. It's kind of how the movie ends. The old broad that was trying to set the Q*bert record died before she could do it.
As she should have.
Yes.
God love her.
Yeah.
Little arthritic hand working the controls.
All right, taking our first break. I want to say good morning to Boston. Can we get Billy Mitchell on the air? A little more Billy Mitchell for the peeps.
Oh, Billy Mitchell?
From
that tool?
From King of Kong.
Why?
Billy Mitchell.
Play the clip.
Whoa.
Could you get
I thought he was in the studio. It's amazing.
We got some good clips from this guy. He compares himself to a fighter pilot in World War I. I mean, this guy's just terrific. You want to explain Billy Mitchell really fast, Dan? You're really good with a quick explanation.
All right. Douche
bag.
Yes, douchebag.
From King of Kong.
Yeah, he set the record for playing Donkey Kong back in 81, I believe it was.
82, stupid.
Oh, gee. Pardonnez-moi. In 82, as I've been corrected. Very delicately.
82. NY was different.
Very delicately.
Yeah, Hunter.
He just mentions movie titles. That's the best impression ever.
It's beautiful. It's simplicity. I like how you correct people too, Jimmy. It's very, very comforting.
I was in The Shining.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's that guy. Yeah.
That was the guy that invited Nicholson up.
Yeah.
And told him about the job.
No, it was Jack.
Of course it was.
The
I was kidding. It was so good.
I'm not going to bash your brains in, Rich, because you don't have them. Here's dummy. Oh, little Matt, I carried this watch in Rich's head because there was nothing in there, so I put a watch in.
You all right, Rich?
Well, I was just looking at fucking Bush and the Pope.
Yeah. And?
Yeah.
Pope and the dope. Look at him. Wow.
Cock meat. Nothing but cock meat.
Don't try to ask real questions in the middle of your humiliation.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
You know,
wow.
You know, was you talking to me when you said that? Was you talking to me?
Oh, wow.
I'm a raging bull.
It's De Niro.
Wow. It's
This guy does a De Niro.
It's amazing.
That's right.
Can you believe
He's talking to me. I'm a taxi driver.
Wow. From Taxi Driver, I think.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do...
That's great.
Put the clip on. Do it.
All right, we're doing Billy Mitchell. So Billy Mitchell...
He goes back and forth, too.
Held the world record for Donkey Kong. Set it in 1982.
I hold the world
Kong.
record for axe killing.
And this documentary, King of Kong, is all about that geek culture and this guy, Billy Mitchell, who's a tool.
A douche.
And a guy named Steve
Self-important
Wiebe,
ass.
Who's not as much of a douche, trying to set the world record, taking Billy Mitchell's record away from him.
Yeah.
Hence the controversy in this film.
Well, the guy's just had this as his shining moment in life, and that was it.
And he can't let it
30
go.
years.
Well, here we go. More Billy Mitchell.
I had somebody draw an analogy for me once that I always remembered. The top French pilot in World War I shot down 24 enemy planes. The top American pilot, you don't know his name, do you? Nobody does. But it's Eddie Rickenbacker. Shot down 26 enemy planes. The German ace, the Red Baron, everyone knows who the Red Baron is. That's because he shot down 87 enemy planes. I mean, he was the best. There's a level of difference between people. And it translates into some games.
Yeah. It was a great analogy.
Wait, hold on. I think Jimmy's one of his great impressions.
Who?
We're very privileged to have
Robert De Niro here.
Oh, see?
Wow.
I like how he gets that right out of the way, so there's no questions.
You knocked me out. Raging Bull, I knocked me out. Yeah, well, let's see.
That good, though.
Let's see what my friend Joe Pesci's doing.
Oh.
There, you play that clip, you prick stuttering you. Play that clip, you motherfucker.
Wow, Bob Kelly.
Dad, I broke my knee and my cancer ring fell off in JFK, dude. I was sucking Tommy Lee Jones's cock at a party and they had pictures of it. It was a mystery wrapped in 500 pounds of fat in an enigma. JFK, Bob, just fucking kill yourself. Too bad there's no you at the end of.
Right. Billy Mitchell's parents speak up now about how great their son is in this next clip.
He's a winner. Billy Mitchell is absolutely a winner.
It's sort of like being in a maze, but everything you see is actually sauce. The all-around most seasoned person in the hot sauce chicken wing industry, yeah, for sure, me. There's the production end of it. There's the preparation. When there's the sales end of it, there's not somebody who encompasses all of those areas like me that I've ever met.
I forgot. He's great at chicken wings.
Yeah,
as well.
He's got like a barbecue sauce.
Yeah, he's very great in the chicken wing industry. He wants to remind people that he's great at that, too.
I will tell you one thing that annoyed me is the fact that he does even have that going. Like, I was hoping he would have nothing.
Except for the old world record?
Except for a almost 30-year-old record.
For Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
So it depresses you that he actually might have done something with his life.
Yeah, that he actually did something.
You were hoping he was still living with his parents in their basement or something.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Working at a deli.
Yep. Just telling everybody. Well, he is telling everybody who he is. It's really kind of sad.
His dad didn't even say my son. His dad said his name.
Oh, I know. They're all full of themselves.
It's far more difficult when you're on top, anybody who's on top, to stay on top. On my phone, it says never surrender.
If somebody beat his record, he'd have a...
Someone's reminding me, best quote from King of Kong, Mitchell says he's more controversial than the abortion issue.
As he should have been one. And what does he mean? It says never surrender. That's all he did when the new guy came to town.
Yeah.
He's hide behind an apron in the fucking kitchen.
Yeah, that's pretty much the theme of the movie, how he avoided Steve Wiebe.
Oh, hold on, I'm just watching.
Oh, you got that clip?
Oh, it's a Pope. And I want the sexual stuff to stop because it's so bad for us.
Look at him.
Sometimes I'm a bad boy, yeah.
Surrender.
If somebody beat his record, he'd have a plan to beat it back. I'm sure.
The worst thing that could happen would be to give somebody the credibility of a score that doesn't deserve it. But even far worse than that would be to deny somebody the credibility when they deserved it.
What?
If I'm not there,
play the game?
I don't know.
Huh?
Is this over a fucking game?
Donkey Kong. A game that...
Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong. A game maybe 100 people still play. Yeah.
And he played it the longest, that's it?
He's
Sound like high score.
Big fucking deal.
That's what we're getting
Rich.
at.
Fuck.
Wow.
That's the whole bit, Rich.
This is the
the
most
next
sensible thing I've heard Rich ever say.
Right, welcome to the bit.
Even next... No, but I'm just saying, now I'm getting really mad. The next day they should have said,
Now you know how your audience feels.
Welcome to the bit. That's what we're getting at.
Oh,
How
okay, I'm
ridiculous
just
this guy
confirming
is
it.
and how full of himself he is.
We know, that's why I was saying it.
Oh, wow! You can even do it with food in your mouth. Jimmy.
Walking.
Amazing.
I like to eat in true romance.
Right, you were in that.
Asshole.
Here's that abortion clip. I believe we found it.
Oh.
No matter what I say, it draws controversy. It's sort of like the abortion issue. If you're for it, you're a son of a gun. If you're against it, you're a son of a gun. I'm not God. I don't have all the answers. So I have to be careful how I share my opinions.
That's true. You're a son of a gun either way. But if you play Donkey Kong for hours on end, you're a cunt. Yeah. You're not a son of a gun. You're the son of a douche.
No, if you're against it, you're a son of a gun. If you're for it, you're a splat in a dumpster a gun.
If you're for it, you're a stewed tomato of a gun.
If you're for it, you're this.
Why are you showing everyone Jimmy's
visual?
If you're four, you're a half-eaten omelet of a gun. You splat of a gun. You vacuumed up innards of a gun.
Bio waste of a gun.
Oh, you 30 years later still regretting it of a gun? I should have kept him and given him up of a gun? Oh, I can never stop it.
Yes.
You stuck to a hanger of a gun.
You less hanger abortion done anyway.
You back alley procedure of a gun.
That guy's an asshole.
No kidding.
It's like fucking. It's sort of like the abortion issue. Oh, what you talking about? Your Donkey Kong record? This guy is so fucking full of himself.
I love him. I love Billy Mitchell. This guy's a fool personified.
He really is.
He's a Ricky Gervais character, like Jimmy mentioned earlier. Here we go. Billy thinks about who else has done what he's done.
The people who could get, besides myself, that have been seen getting to the end of Donkey Kong. Gee, now that I think about it, I don't think anybody has.
Hey, gee, now that I think about it.
How about the fucking creator of the game?
You know what letters I use? USA.
USA.
That's the next clip.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I thought we said
That's
that.
good. No, wait till you hear him say it.
Oh, yeah.
No, I didn't mean to ruin it.
Yeah.
God damn me.
Sorry, I'd love to see this guy in Mexico getting raped by a donkey.
What do you mean?
How they have the donkey shows in
Got it.
Mexico. That's okay. A lot of people didn't get it.
Got it.
Colin Quinn, I was just wondering. Colin Quinn impression?
Hi, buffalo wings. Come on, Norton. Wings, buffalo wings.
Shit.
Well, this is actually a very good impression of Colin.
All right. Because he eats a lot, Rich. You're a little slow today. I'm just trying to help
I'm not slow. I've had some great lines today.
You have had some
Name
great
me
lines.
17.
I know my role today. Just throw some stuff. You guys are on.
All right, here's more Billy Mitchell.
I often have people ask me what my handle is, what my 3 initials are.
Listen to this.
I mean, come on. I tell people, look at me. What do you think my 3 initials were?
Taking the face.
If you don't know, you're not looking hard enough.
ATM.
DCH bag.
The guy is such a pompous douche. He thinks that you just can look at him and go, USA?
ASS.
Yeah, ASS.
GAY.
FAG.
You're not looking hard enough.
TIE.
No. Which one was I wearing yesterday?
The American.
USA?
USA. So I had Latin friends and I had Canadian friends, and I always had to keep the Americans on top.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for
Great
that, Billy
job
Mitchell. We really
keeping us
appreciate you.
Americans
You're looking out for all of us.
Right on top there.
As you
That's
play
what we
Donkey Kong with a bunch of nerds.
That's what we want our fucking name in our country. On the top score, a fucking gorilla rolling barrels down at a little Ginzo.
How about you keep America on top by, I don't know, maybe going over to Iraq and fighting with the boys?
Yeah, doing something.
Right. Not that I'm doing anything to help the cause, but if you're going to mention that you're trying to keep USA on top.
He's kept the USA on top by holding a record of a game since 1982.
Right.
And not even holding it, just setting it and then not defending it or anything.
He didn't have to defend it.
No one else
because people
gave a
forgot
shit.
about the game.
People forgot about the game. No one gave a shit.
They're now trying to beat this record because of the movie.
Just to fuck with him.
Right.
Because he's such an incredible douche. People are actually going out of their way to buy a Donkey Kong game, put it in their house, and practice like a motherfucker to beat this guy, not to even set the record,
and all you have to do is
just to beat him.
And all you have to do is videotape it and send it in. So
yeah.
The funny thing is, he's held the record for 25 years. The first 2 people probably went, "Oh my God, wow!" And then 23 years of who gives a shit.
as they're just hand trucking the Donkey Kong machines out of every fucking bar and arcade and everything else. And he's just like, hey, I set the record on that thing. Oh, yeah?
Yeah, great.
Guys, they just throw it in the back of a truck.
Great, buddy, but can you move out of the way? I got 10 more of these to collect today.
Yeah.
Go away. And then some dopey college kid decided he had an idea for a movie, and now we have to deal with Billy Mitchell and his dumb record again. And talk about him on this dumb show as Jimmy does dumb impressions.
Dumb impressions?
What? Dumb?
Oh, sorry, Jimmy.
My friend Jack Nicholson wouldn't agree. I'll bash your fucking brains in, Anthony.
Wow, where's that from?
I flew over the cuckoo's nest.
Oh, it's right. I like how he personalizes the impression.
I'm not the only one. I have other friends, like my friend Al Pacino has some thoughts.
Let's hear Al.
Does he?
Al. That's Mr. Haney.
Mr. Haney?
I don't know who Mr. Haney is.
He's the guy from Green Acres.
I got 2 on the truck you could have.
Well, Mr. Douglas, I brought you your mattress. I didn't order a mattress, Mr. Haney. Well, then I'll take it back for a nominal fee. He was like the Jew of Hootersville or whatever they lived.
Green Acres.
Green Acres, the Jew of Green Acres.
Always a Jew. If you wonder why your show isn't going to be picked up on Comedy Central, it's because of the Jew smashing.
Someone threw a penny in the glove compartment. Try to get me out of here, Mr. Doug. Now I'm doing bad impressions. What happened?
Two more Billy Mitchell clips.
When you want to put a score up and you want to have a title of world champion, you're competing against everybody in the world. You want a title for your own living room? Man, I'll send you that title. Your own arcade? Man, I'll sign it and I'll make up a paper and I'll send you a plaque. You want your name in the Guinness Book of World Records and then the Twin Galaxies International Scoreboard? You have to earn it. I have to earn it. There's a lot of scores I've gotten. And when the time comes and the pressure's that hard, I'll have to do it in a public forum, as I always have.
But you didn't, faggot.
There's not a hint of sarcasm.
And
No.
also,
This is amazing.
Is he a motivational speaker?
I want that plaque he was talking about.
Yeah.
Let's make him send us
Yeah,
one.
come on, make it. He said.
Well, I want to see Estelle Getty. She's on television. Oh, wait. Oh, no, that's not Estelle Getty. Sorry.
Well, nice to see she healed after being punched by that black guy in the hallway with a walker.
All right, the last Billy Mitchell clip.
Video games are meant to be played in a competitive environment, under pressure, organized, where you have to perform literally on demand.
Have you ever seen your husband compete head-to-head in video games?
Never. Never.
I know. I can't watch that without
I would
just...
hate to watch that with like fucking executives in the room. 'Cause I would laugh all the way through. I would have to blurt out something about hat removal because she didn't mind her manners and remove her hat.
I like how Jimmy put it as the hat removal ceremony
has begun.
It's a whole ceremony that ends with her clumsily falling to the floor as her walker wheel spins.
It's a sign of respect for the elderly when you remove their hat quickly with a fist. Oh, she should have put it on tighter.
Everyone's asking where we can find the video. What's the search on that?
I don't know until I see it again.
Old lady mugged.
Old lady mugged on YouTube?
That fucking walker wheel is like James Caan's tire in Misery when he goes off the road. It's just, after tragedy, the wheel is just kind of still spinning.
The wheel thinks it's supposed to keep going. It
Right.
doesn't expect its owner to be fucking collapsed by a fist on the linoleum.
Laid out by a giant mitt.
Well, it's so funny watching Gary Busey get fucking knocked out.
I love it. Tim C. from Cleveland. I think it's hilarious that you guys find that clip funny, but when it first happened, you wanted to have a race war. Yeah, they changed their,
oh, dude,
their
hair,
whole take on
that
things.
hair tufting going is just, it gets me every time.
Line of the day brought to you by AshleyMadison.com. If you're looking for a little something on the side and don't want to get caught, do yourself a favor and check out AshleyMadison.com. You like this website, Rich?
Yeah.
What's wrong, Rich? You're not laughing along with the guys today. You all right?
I was fucking laughing.
What's the matter?
I'm offended by that video.
Why?
Because that happened to my grandmother.
It did
Something
not.
like that. Yeah, they broke in the house and tied her up and kicked my dog.
She should have had a gun.
Wait,
dummy.
They kicked what?
They tied her up to the chair, smacked her around,
And then what happened?
I came.
Yeah, it didn't happen to your grandmother.
Yes, it did.
What happened?
I just told you, fucking dummy.
No, we didn't hear the last
Tied
part.
her up what?
Tied her up and then what?
Went
Smacked her around and robbed the fucking house.
Oh, Rob.